Steam, a name every gamer knows and almost every PC gamer uses. But have you ever stopped to think why Steam dominates the gaming world? Why it became the default home for PC gamers across the planet, despite countless challenges trying to dethrone it? Today we are diving deep into why Steam is the best gaming platform ever created, from its genius design to the culture it built, and how it managed to stay relevant through nearly 2 decades of change. To understand why Steam reigns supreme, we need to rewind to 2003. At the time, buying PC games was messy. You'd walk into a store, buy a CD or DVD, install it manually, then pray the game would actually run. Then came Valve, the studio behind Half-Life. They had a problem. Updating their games was a nightmare. Players were stuck with outdated versions and patches had to be downloaded manually from random websites. So Valve built Steam, originally just a patch delivery system. No one knew it then, but this small tool would redefine how we buy, play and experience games forever. When Steam launched, gamers hated it. It was buggy, clunky and internet speeds were, let's say, prehistoric. But over time, Steam evolved, becoming not just a launcher but a hub for everything gaming related. By the late 2000s, it had achieved something revolutionary. You could buy, download and play your games all from one place. Every gamer knows this feeling, that comforting blue interface, your library just sitting there with hundreds of titles you swear you'll play someday. Steam's digital library system changed gaming ownership forever. Before Steam, your game collection took up physical space, shelves full of discs, each tied to a single PC. Steam digitized that and made every purchase permanent. Buy a game once, it's yours forever. Even if you buy a new PC, move countries or change hard drives, your games are waiting for you, safe in the cloud. That psychological shift from physical ownership to digital permanence created lifelong loyalty. And let's be honest, half the joy of Steam is looking at your backlog and pretending you'll play it someday. You can't talk about Steam without talking about its legendary sales. Steam's seasonal sales, the summer sale, winter sale, autumn sale, have become cultural events. We are talking 90% off of AAA games, bundles that cost less than a coffee, and flash deals that make your dopamine spike. Every gamer remembers their first Steam sale. You go in for one game and come out with 20 games you'll never touch. These sales didn't just make games cheaper, they democratized gaming. Suddenly, players from anywhere with any budget could access incredible titles. And that's part of Steam's magic. It doesn't just sell games, it builds habits. You start collecting, exploring, discovering, and before you know it, Steam becomes your gaming identity. Steam doesn't just sell games, it built a community. With features like user reviews, forums, and the Steam Workshop, players suddenly had a voice. You could mod Skyrim till it broke, read guides on how to beat Dark Souls, or browse thousands of player-made maps. This transformed Steam from a store into a living ecosystem. Modders found recognition, developers got feedback directly, and players, they got to shape the games they loved. Steam Workshop in particular blurred the line between player and creator. It's one of the biggest reasons why games like Skyrim, City Skyline, and Garry's Mod are still alive a decade later. In other words, Steam didn't just sell your game, it gave you the tools to keep it alive. If AAA titles are the skyscrapers of gaming, indies are the beating heart of creativity, and Steam gave them a home. Before Steam, indie developers had no real platform, no marketing budgets, no shelf space. Then came Steam Greenlight, and later Steam Direct, opening the doors for anyone with talent and a dream. Games like Undertale, Hollow Knight, Stardew Valley and Hades didn't just launch, they exploded on Steam. Why? Because the algorithm favored community engagement and not just marketing spend. Players could review, recommend and push small titles into global fame. Steam didn't just sell indie games, it created a revolution that made them mainstream. And in doing so, it gave birth to a golden era of creativity. Steam's success isn't luck, it's the result of relentless innovation. Cloud saves, family sharing, big picture mode, and remote play together. And then in 2022, Valve dropped the Steam Deck, a handheld PC that brought your entire library to your hands. It wasn't just a cool gadget, it was Steam saying your game should go where you go. Every update, every feature is designed around one core idea, making games seamless. In a world full of microtransactions and shady stores, trust matters. Steam built that trust over years. It introduced 2-hour refunds long before anyone else did. No question asked, try the game, refund if you don't like it. It implemented account protection, two-factor authentication, and transparent reviews, things that many competitors still struggle with. When you buy on Steam, you know what you're getting, and if you don't, you can walk away. That's why players stay, because Steam feels safe. Epic Game Stores, Origin, Uplay all have tried to take the crown, and some did offer cool perks, free games, exclusives, slick design, but Steam's secret weapon was consistency and freedom. It doesn't force exclusives, it doesn't clutter your experience. Steam earned its user base, it didn't buy it. And while Epic throws money at timed exclusives, Steam just keeps refining, updating, and letting players choose what they want. Because when your product is the best, you don't need to bribe people to use it. Steam isn't just a software, it's culture. Trading cards, achievements, leveling up your profile, that endless scroll of your friends now playing list, it created a digital neighborhood for gamers. A place where your identity grows over time. Every screenshot uploaded, every review written, every badge earned, it's not just data, it's your gaming story. Steam built something that no other platform could replicate, a sense of belonging. At the heart of it all is Valve's philosophy. They believe in openness, experimentation, and trusting the community. Valve doesn't just make products, they build ecosystems. They don't dictate how you play, they give you tools and let you decide. It's that hands-off, player-first mindset that kept Steam relevant for over 20 years. While other companies chase trends, Valve played the long game and is winning because of it. So where does Steam go next? Valve's already exploring VR with Steam VR and the Index. It's experimenting with AI-assisted moderation, cross-platform play, and even Linux-based ecosystems like the SteamOS. Steam isn't fading, it's adapting. Because for Valve, the goal was never to sell games, it was to make gaming accessible, sustainable, and alive for everyone. And that's why, no matter what comes next, Steam will probably still be here, quietly dominating the industry one download at a time. Steam isn't perfect, it's not flashy, but it's built on something every gamer values: trust, freedom, and the love for the craft. It doesn't try to control the industry, it empowers it. So next time you open that familiar blue window, remember, you're not just logging into a store, you're entering the largest, most passionate gaming community on earth. And that's why Steam isn't just a platform, it's home.